Vice Chancellor Professor Gares Sibarao, Chief Guest of this inauguration program, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Ravi Vadera, Deputy Director of HRTC, and respected deans, heads of academic departments, and dear participants. I'm happy to say that we are today we have a very good opportunity to discuss about a very important emerging issue in our country, that is about the draft National Education Policy 2019 that has been submitted to the MHRD Minister on 31st May 2019. And now UGC is seeking inputs from different universities on the draft National Education Policy, and this is the main reason for our meeting today. We are very happy that our Honorable Vice Chancellor is kind enough to give his valuable time to become chief guest of this program, and we will request him to deliver inaugural address. But before that, we are very happy to have our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravi Vadera. On the day when we discussed about the organization of this program, he said that since he was very busy, he won't be able to give time. But luckily today, he is in a position to give some of his time with us, since the program is very, very important. So I will request him to give a brief speech before we call upon the chief guest. Okay, now I request Professor Ravi Vadera, Vice Chancellor of our university, to deliver a speech.
Honorable Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor Professor Gares Sibarao, distinguished Director, HRDC, Deputy Director, HRDC, distinguished deans of the various schools, heads of the department, faculty members, ladies and gentlemen. As Director has already said, that there was no plan for me to be here today with you. But at the same time, I somewhere in my heart it was saying that you are a professor from education, that following this such an issue is going to be deliberated. You must also get yourself associated with it, so that we can have a little more fruitful discussion. Friends, this one new letter we had received, let me give you a little bit 1 minute of the background. We had received a new letter from the chairman UGC. This letter has gone to all the universities for our organization of this kind of learning conference and discussions. As you are all aware, that draft of the national policy on education, this is the third one, I will come to that a little later, is ready, it's being debated, and they are asking for some inputs from especially the universities and other educational institutions or other education platforms, or maybe an educationist wherever they are, finally retired, or whosoever would like to contribute. Because this document has to be finalized, although it has started, the process has started long back. When Madam Smriti Irani, she was the HRD Minister, and lots of things have happened in this. Finally, the draft is ready, and we are here to have a little discussion. But the way I wanted, the way I had planned, was not possible because the UGC chairman had said it that you have to have it before 21st of July, and the outcome of these discussions have to be uploaded there in different media platforms. So that compelled us to have it no, I know vacation is on, I know when the people come back, they will be too busy with their vacation and all this. So then we did not have much time. So that's why I think we have to do it. I have marked that letter to the head of the Department of Education, as well as the Director HRDC, to do the needful to organize a conference of this kind. And I know it was basically the responsibility of the Department of Education, because when it comes to education policy, this largely the responsibility lies on the Department of Education. I was thinking that educational inputs will come from the Department of Education, and HRDC will only coordinate, organize and facilitate. But as you know that most of the faculty is out, it was not possible. Maybe I have requested to Pimal that maybe if the time permits, we can have a little more detailed kind of discussion later on. Okay. As far as today's program is concerned, it's focused only on higher education. Now, if you look into this policy which this draft is ready, it has 4-5 phases, or parts or sections. But before I go into that, let me also give you a little background. That this is going to be the third national policy on education, and the second one was in 1986, and the first one was in 1968. 68 and 86, there was only 18 years of gap. Almost after 2 decades, a new policy, national policy had come in. Now after 86, 14 plus 19, 33 years, that has taken 33 years for us to come out with another national policy on education. Because I find after 20 years period, the nation must do a little more fresh thinking. Within 2 decades, lots of things gets changed. And the same is true with us in the last 30 years. Lots of changes have happened within the country in the field of education, and as well as at a global level. For example, if you see that the globalization processes that liberalization, privatization, globalization processes started in 1990 in the Indian context, thereafter, every aspect of education has got changed. Okay? So therefore, friends, today the discussion will be focused, as I told you, only on the higher education. But when you look into this policy, so I have to make some brief note today morning only. When I got up, I thought I may have to go. It has broadly 4 parts. Part 1 deals with the school education, that is what we are not talking on today. Second is on higher education. And the third one is on this additional key focus areas. And the fourth one is transforming higher education. These are the 4 broader parts of it. And the report is very heavy, 484 pages, comprising of 23 chapters, falling under these 4 sections. Okay? Now, friends, as far as today's discussion is concerned, since it is focused on higher education, although I did not have that much of time to look into, but then there are a few things which I would like to share, which have very serious implications. Although it is still a draft, following is still a draft, following inputs will come, maybe the codes may be accordingly modified if those inputs are acceptable to the committee that has this developed this debate. Let us see what will be the final document. But maybe 2-3 observations or recommendations that have been made in this report, in this draft on higher education. One is they say that, for example, we are affiliating university. This concept of affiliating university, unitary university or deemed university, this will disappear in case that this report gets implemented. They will be replaced by a different kind of institution. They say 3 kind of institution will be there. One is they call it research universities. The second they call it teaching universities. The third they call it colleges. And all other classifications that we have today are falling by that maybe unitary or affiliating, because they say it is the recommendation. I don't know about how to implement, whether feasible, not feasible. These are the issues which are being debated in the country. They say this draft report recommends that maybe from 2020, no new college will be granted affiliation by the existing universities. They are trying to put a good stop, adding of new affiliated colleges. Okay? And there is a plan that by 2030, in a phased manner, that is a plan. Falling again, its feasibility also has to be. People are quickly putting a big question mark. They say all these colleges will be transformed, changed into autonomous colleges. I know this concept of autonomous colleges is there with us from long. Maybe this concept might have come even in our second national policy of education. But even today, there are maybe 500-700, I don't know, remember the exact number. Certainly it is maybe around 1,000 or less than 1,000 autonomous colleges, and largely concentrated in the southern India. This concept has not taken off properly, maybe in states like Mizoram or maybe Meghalaya or Nagaland or Assam, whole of Northeast. I do not know how many autonomous colleges are there. Even in states like Punjab or Haryana, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers are falling, but largely concentrated there in the southern states. Okay. Now they want this within 10 years period, by 2030, they want all the affiliated colleges to be transformed or changed into autonomous college. If you ask me my personal view, I have been a great supporter of autonomous colleges. If something is killing the quality of education in this country, is this affiliating system, which Britishers have given to us, and they themselves has binded it up in their own country. But we are still following that. Okay. This autonomous college concept, it's a beautiful concept. When you develop your own courses, design your own curriculum, everything is done, you have your own academic council, you have your board of studies, you have everything, then faculty grows with the responsibilities. As of now, maybe 90%, I don't know the exact number, around 90% of the teachers in the higher education system are there in the colleges. 85 to 90% of the students are falling, or maybe say that they say 93% of the students in higher education are there in the affiliated colleges. Only 7% are there in the universities. Now these colleges are falling, they are, please, I'm sorry if I use that term, parasite on the universities. Falling, affiliating university with 700 colleges, 800 colleges, 500 colleges. Luckily we are only 30-35, not much. But there are universities in the mainstream states which have 3, 4, 500, 200 is a very little number for those universities. Now this burden the universities with lots of work on behalf of the colleges. Now if this concept properly takes up as it has been planned, I think something maybe in a phased manner. I do not know how they are going to do it. No projection has been made. Now at the same time they are asked this planning to have these 3 kind of institutions which we call research universities. Now they say these research universities will have 50% focus on the research and 50% focus on the teaching. Okay? And they are planning to have 100 to 150 universities in that particular category. And they want these universities to have enrollment from 5,000, minimum 5,000 to maximum 25,000. They want huge, large universities with undergraduate, postgraduate, and all kinds of programs. That mega universities, they wanted 100 to 150 research universities are following 50% focus on research, 50% focus on teaching, but large focus on research. The second is they call it teaching universities following, and they plan these universities from 1,000 to 2,000 universities under that particular category, with the enrollment again from around 5,000 to 25,000. Okay? And then the focus of this university will be there on teaching, but these universities and research will be there, but the major focus will first priority also on the teaching. But these universities in the second category, they will undertake research, but if they grow in research, they can move from the second category to the first category if the research, development and activities are following. Okay, balance to the 50-50. I think that promotion from the second stage to first stage is also possible. Okay, and then they call the colleges. I think they have a target of opening 5,000 to 10,000. Now we talk about 40,000 colleges, 50,000 colleges. I think that we see that we have it. But they talk on that they will have colleges from 5,000 to 10,000. Enrollment will be minimum from maybe 3,000 to maybe 5,000. I don't remember exactly. If you allow me, I might have noted that figure somewhere. This is 2,000 to 5,000. Every college must have minimum 2,000 enrollment and maximum 5,000. Now, why they do this? They have come to know that there are maybe 20% of the colleges that we say out of 40,000, 50,000 colleges, around 20% are there which have less than 100 enrollment. There are around 40% colleges which have less than 200 enrollment. Now they want to bind up all these small colleges to create at least one big mega college with 2,000 to 5,000 enrollment at every district level. Okay, by 2000, I think maybe 30, I don't remember this. What I'm trying to say, friends, here you find this is a very idealistic plan, whether it will be practically possible to translate into the ground realities. Because the small colleges that we have opened up in the rural areas, okay, for more in the name of equitable distribution of education, but these colleges, if you look into the quality of human resources that are being produced, the infrastructure, the faculty are falling, they don't look like colleges, okay? So they have a plan to merge all these small colleges into mega colleges, and mega colleges to be given with all kind of facilities. Maybe I think they may be thinking of even these case systems to be residential systems are falling okay. I think plan is good are falling okay. And there is always a saying, we Indians, we are very good planners, but we are very poor executors. If you look into all our this commission's reports from 1948 to 49, that was the first commission, higher education commission under Dr. Radhakrishnan. Then we had secondary education commission, 52, 54, following. Soon after independence, we started restructuring our education in our own vision. Following 47, independence, 48, 49, we had a commission on higher education. Then on the secondary education, we had 52 and 54. Then we had education commission on Patari commission, 1964-66. Then we had national policy on education, first policy, 1968. Then we had national policy. I think this process is on. It has to be on. It's a continuous process. So friends, my request to all of you is that even if you belong to different disciplines, we have to operate under this particular document once it comes into force. As of now, we are being guided by, we are conducting all our educational operations in the light of second national policy of education. That was framed in 1986. Even concept of this HRDC, that academic staff college, it was the recommendation of that commission, 1986 commission had made the recommendation. I think thereafter we had established this academic staff colleges. And I know this have been renamed, I do not know exactly. I have to, because the code is very long and the time available is very less, but then I have to, as a professor of education, I must read each and every line of the code. Then only we will be able to share with you. But whatever little reading I could do it in the morning, I have shared with you. And if the plan, that three concept of institutions that they have, that research universities, teaching universities, and the colleges, they say 100 to 150 in the first category, 1,000 to 2,000 in the second category, and then they say this is 5,000 to 10,000 in the third category. If they are able to establish all these institutions up to the maximum limit by this the end of this, by establishing this, we will be able to enroll intake capacity that which is planned as of now. The maximum intake capacity plan is 10 crores. 10 crores of students in the age group 18 to 23 will be enrolled in the higher education. That is the maximum that they have targeted. And the minimum, if they in place of 150 universities, they are able to open only 100, then they will be able to enroll around 5 to 25 lakhs. Because the target of this draft report, they say by 2035 they want to have 50% enrollment GER, gross enrollment ratio in that age group 18 to 23. China as of now has this 44. As of now has 44%. And there are countries with 60, 70, 80, even 85, 87 are falling. We as a country, although it was our constitutional responsibility, that time the Article 45 in the Constitution, that free and compulsory education, and that was our constitutional commitment, universalization of elementary education, which we are supposed to achieve in 1960. and we could not achieve even up to 2000 falling. Then SSA came, which was largely focused on universalization of elementary education. And then RISA came, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, which relates to secondary education, which is focusing on universalization of secondary education. Okay, we are very close to, as far as universalization of elementary education is concerned. I think we are very close to 100%, 94, 95. Secondary education not under RMSA, we are growing, expanding. And thereafter, see, 2003 or 2 SSA came in, 2009, if I remember correctly, RMSA came in, falling. Now 2013, RUSA has come in, Rashtriya Shiksha Abhiyan, falling. So after this globalization process which started in 1990, we realized that we have to stand in the line of the developing nation. Human development index, especially in terms of education, falling, that need to be attended to, falling. And everything that is happening at the national level, it is in that background. Okay? So therefore, this report, this draft report of national policy, it covers almost every, touches upon each and every aspect of education from school to higher education, technical, professional, all kind of education. Okay? My request to all of you is that you must read it whenever you have time, because you as a head and the dean of calling, as teachers of calling, you must be aware about the policy which is guiding our educational institution. Otherwise, we may quit Valenda of calling. Okay? With these few words, I will once again congratulate Professor Masai for organizing this event. But I have already discussed with her that when the government is open, faculty comes back, all the faculty member of education must be given one topic, 15, 16 topics, or maybe 2 topics each, so that we can educate all our faculty members about the various significant recommendations of in this particular report. Thank you so much for your coming to attend this.
Thank you very much for your informative and enlightening speech on NEP and its related issues. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, a chief guest of this inaugural program, to deliver a speech.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I will take this opportunity to congratulate Professor Kyante for getting Science Academy Award from Delhi today. They received communication, he just sent me, so I thought of sharing everyone that he has received an award today. And before we go for discussion about the new education policy, I am not really an expert in this because I am also not prepared well. Just now, within 1 hour, 2 hours, I try to do something. But some of my observations I will discuss with you on this new education policy. And also, we have one more announcement that many professors may be knowing or not, I don't know. Next month, we are going to organize one lakh SSS education program. All professors I request to enroll in this because they have an opportunity for going to be as MAC assessors in future MAC as an assessment. So there are about 40-45 people, professors who are not become assessors in our university. I request all of you to enroll in that. Few names to Dr. Robin will be organized. It's a one-day program only. So it will be good for all of you to become assessors. And It is one particular one I wanted to mention that the national education policy discussions, what we are going to discuss here, it's instead of not giving any talks here. What is that they are expecting us from various universities and also from the students that what is your feedback on the new education policy which has been developed by one committee which is constituted for doing this purpose. There are about 8 members headed by Kasturi Rangan. So a total revamping of new education policy, current education policy, and proposing a new education policy for the whole country like India, wherein the population almost touching about 150 crores population. And this is at length has to be discussed because the new education policy is going to, because it is a total revamping proposals they made in the education policy. So the government also has a thought whether this education policy is has to be implemented as it is in Toto, or is having some kind of flexibility for changing anything, or some points any kind of handicaps or problems are there. This is actually the people for, because people should not think that one group of people are developing education policy document and others are going to be blindly implementing. This is what actually should not be happening in our country. Everyone has got a right. This is a democratic system that what are the advantages and disadvantages, the brains actually has to work together and develop this education policy. This is what the concept of implementation of this new education policy seminars in all the universities, colleges at school level and colleges level, and also at university higher education level, and also in different stakeholders level also it is being debated now. Because the concept is here, everyone will have his own ideas and thoughts. There will be some possibility of getting innovative idea or novel idea. So this is actually everyone has to think about that. People has to remember the thinking ability of the people will be differently located in different people. For example, the IQ or thinking ability will be very highest during the age between 18 to 25 years and 30 years, and by the time we progress in our age, as similarly we progress in our age, our brain thinking ability also will be slowly reducing because of various factors, maybe stress factors or maybe hard-working factors or administrative factors, or even when we are thinking about some kind of non-academic activities, it will be reducing our abilities. This is how actually at every point of time we need to discuss this the novel new education policy which has been proposed by the committee which is headed by Kasturi Rangan, has to be thought by many people because there are some limitations in constitution of the committee. They cannot include all the members in that. Kasturi Rangan is a space scientist, and if I am asked to talk about that, the Kasturi space scientist will have very less contact with the education system in India, particularly in higher education system. This is what. So what is that space education is different from other educational factors. And some more people are actually, I know 3-4 people, one is from Southeast Asian Studies and another is from education. And like that, some people were grabbed from different places in the committee and they have formulated this new education policy. And during this process, there has been several revolutionary suggestions, like for example, the draft policy says recommended the restructuring of the school curriculum, pedagogy in a new system of 5+3+3+4. 5+3+3+4 design which has been recommended by new education policy. The present system is 10+2. So what is the purpose actually, what is the forecasted advantage of this kind of changing the revamping system? Actually it has not been debated very well. 5+3+3+4 and what is the major change we are expecting from that? And this is what actually they say that deliver the vision of education encountered in this policy to prepare our students optimally in the 21st century. That is the statement they made. And 10+ system has been reported in different parts of the country in grade classes 1 to 12. with class 1 to 5 as primary stage, 6 to 8 as upper primary stage, 9 to 10 as secondary stage, and classes 11 to 12 as higher secondary stage. And what is that they suggested here is but now the notions of higher secondary or junior college will be eliminated. And it means class 11 and 12 will be considered as integral part of the secondary stage, they suggested. The liberal arts model of education actually is very much essential to be introduced, because in many countries when we compare the new education policy, not only our education policy, we have to also discuss about this. Up to 3 years old and 3 to 8 years old, strengthening of Anganwadi system, it is actually has been suggested. It is actually whether it is feasible or not, that is what actually you have to study. Up to 3 years and 3 to 8 years age. How many people can afford this kind of system is one of the important. Practicability is very, very important. And most Indian kids depend on private KG centers, which functions as daycare centers. Below 3 years, actually they are being called as daycare centers. How much education system we really propose for that kind of daycare centers, this is also one of the important ones. And I am giving my ideas also here. Today morning I just sat for 1 hour and I prepared some ideas about taking some points I am talking here. Most Indian kids depend on private KG centers which are daycare centers and like learning places. Important age for cognitive development through play and discovery models are attracting kids to schools from home. Why this daycare center sees some models they will be placing and some kind of educative environment is provided. The kids are being attracted for that. The new education also need to clarify how millions of preschool kids will be taken care. They are talking about this one. How millions of children which are being present in our country can have this facility of daycare centers. This is what actually not been discussed and not been thought about new education policy. So, is it possible to accommodate all the children to go to the daycare center? It's impossible in the country like India. And if I ask you one particular point, they are talking about the system which is existing in the mainland of the country, but they are not really being cared about the northeastern part, and particularly in the areas where not much facilities for school education is available. This is actually the main drawback of the new education policy. This has to be from the northeastern states when it is going to be discussed or submitted to the government. It is to be discussed in such a way that this is not being taken care. So even in mainland also, in many, at least 50% of the people, they doesn't have access for going to daycare centers, which is actually being suggested. And how millions of people, kids will be taken care. Even the developed countries do not provide support for preschool system. Developed countries like USA also, they don't support the preschool system. But in USA, up to +2, they will be provided free education and they are being provided meal and also transport and free structure, everything is provided. But how many people are getting here? Preschool and free facilities up to 12th class. This is what actually, this is not being taken care of with the new education policy. Foundation stage at 3 to 8 years, the important crucial age of learning. This is the crucial age of learning. Private schools are preferred by many people than the government schools. And the children who are studying in private schools with the high fee structure and they are flourishing like anything, and the children who are living in the remote areas, particularly in the extreme northeast regions, they are not being provided this kind of opportunity and they are not really provided this kind of system. This is actually lacking in the new education policy document. And if you take the instances in USA, the state taxes, property tax and other taxes, no? And taxes, actually they will be supporting this particular meeting the expenditure in various states spent on education system, federal government. And they meet about 8% of the total taxes which are collected from the different states, federal states, they will be meeting this expenditure. School education up to primary 12th grade is free. Bus transport is provided and free lunch to income group is also provided free in US. This is where major reforms are being obtained in US and other North American countries. And the multidisciplinary approach is very successful in American system up to 12th standard. Last 4 years they will have a choice of subjects. Here we don't have any choice of subjects. And the students after 12th grade will have a minimal eligibility for employment and option to choose discipline to their choice in the college, liberal arts, health, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. What is liberal arts? Liberal arts is a type of education where people will be given an opportunity to study all the subjects at the primary and secondary level. And depending on the interest they generate when they are studying the liberal arts of education, they will be choosing their area of specialization. That is actually not being implemented in our system. That is not being taken by the new education policy, though they have studied very well. That is not being taken in our system. Providing midday meal, breakfast, etc. augmented with scholarship support to dine with the school canteen for the low income group, because 70% of the people are living in low income group in the whole country. It may be little high in northeastern region. Actually, that facilities are not provided by all the state government. This is what actually the education system actually has not been taken care in the lower new education policy. Most villages have primary schools, but many schools they don't have higher secondary schools and higher secondary schools they don't have. I don't know about Mizoram state where how it is being located. Okay. Many of the schools in mainland area also, some 10 to 15 villages they don't have higher secondary schools and secondary schools. And only they have primary schools in many of the states. This is not being taken care of. And the school complex, combined school complex, good number of teachers in all facilities actually not being provided. In many of the schools, at least 70 to 80% of the schools, they are only with one teacher. Only one teacher. I don't know about here in Mizoram, but I saw in many states and many villages, there is only one teacher in schools. And that teacher may be from Telugu or English or Mizo or from maths or English, social science, only he knows one subject. And he cannot communicate with the children in all the subjects which he likes. This is what actually not been taken care in the new education policy. How these students will grow to the higher level which they are expecting to be. This is what actually is. And even very critical thinking about this, and these are very, very important, this to be submitted further. And I can give these printouts to all of you, and you can, when prepare the notes, you can report, you can do this one. Most villages are primary school with students, but most primary schools are run with single teacher and not proficient enough to handle languages. Even they cannot speak local languages. They are not proficient enough. They are just appointed like that. So what is the standard of students that are coming out? High school, actually community service is another school component which is actually used to be cultivated to the student. In America, high school and secondary school, primary school, they will educate the children to go to help the people community service. Here no one bothers about when somebody dies on the road also, here in India. That community service is not being provided and not being educated to the children. This is what actually compulsory community service is one of the credit achievement in those systems. That is not being considered and included in the new education policy now. Which are very important, good things when you are copying something from the other countries and when you are copying something about discussing about certain things that you are thinking simultaneously that by 2030 there is no college affiliated to any university they are talking. Is it possible in a country like India? No, which actually is having minimum facilities, minimum teachers also. They wanted to wind up all the colleges and they wanted to make only non-affiliating universities, and all colleges are autonomous institutions. They wanted to make all 40,000, 50,000 institutions in the country to make them as universities, as non-affiliating university or research universities or teaching universities, and there was no affiliating college in the university. That's what they are talking in the new education policy. Is it possible for a country like
possible, sir.
Huh?
Very well possible.
Impossible, I know.
Yes.
They are talking like this. Please.
Sir, it is possible.
No, how it is possible? You just tell me in one sentence.
Sir, very much possible. No, if I am not able to manage myself, why should I exist? This is autonomous colleges are working. Like that, all colleges can work. And in colleges also they will get professor. They need to get all the facilities. That's all.
Okay.
It is
Understand?
possible, very much possible.
Okay, just
Yes.
in your statement itself, you have given contradictory points.
No contradiction.
Just listen to me. When I give an opportunity, when I said please sit down, you have to sit down. That is the person's behavior. You should understand. When I sit down, you have to sit down. Don't talk in the middle. You have to learn that first one.
Yes, sir.
You should understand. When I give an opportunity, you should sit with a calm behavior.
Please remember,
You should not interfere in the middle.
so that this chief guest when speaks, you cannot raise special issues. Okay?
I give an opportunity, you have to sit.
Okay?
What he was talking in the middle, as when he was giving a statement, what he says is teachers has to be provided, facilities has to be provided. Where are the teachers?
You will be liberated.
In a university, I am telling about central universities, 47 are there. Among the 47 central universities, 27 universities are not even having 50 teachers in the universities. He is talking about the facilities and teachers. 27 universities are not having 20 teachers in the central universities. And state universities, there are several state universities working with 5 teachers, 9 teachers in the country. There are 900 universities and 47 are central universities. 27 central universities are working with 27 up to 40 teachers they are working. And 700 universities they are working with 10 people, 15 people in the country. He is talking about full facilities of teachers, full facilities of the universities. When it is going to be possible? And Andhra Pradesh government, I take one example, they cannot even give the salaries also to the university teachers. Who you are expecting? What you are expecting? What is about your financial position? What is the capability of the state government? What is the contribution of the central government? There are 10 universities in the central government, 47 universities, they have not even acquired the space so far. They have not even acquired the space so far. This is the kind of administration, education administration is going on in our country. How it is available, how it is possible, how it is to subsidize the education system in the country, how we are going to make 60,000 colleges autonomous institutions by providing all the facilities. You have to think realistically. The idea will be good, making all colleges to have autonomous institutions. But how the practicality, implementation, has to be thought. It is, I am telling you, it's a small example. The UGC is going to be revamped and it is going to be changed in name. How many years we are hearing this one? Still 6 years over. UGC is going to be revamped. It is not been materialized so far. This is what we have to think. Within 10 years, is it possible to make this kind of revolutionary changes? This kind of system, it is to be possible. It is in a country like India, it has to be thought about that. I am not talking against to any system or I am not talking about the new education policy. They have done some good work and they are expecting something to be done here. But the realistic practicality they have to see. Everybody, even I am telling you, they are telling so many things. Even Prime Minister wants to do certain things. It cannot be possible. The system development has to be supported by the people, all stakeholders. Mizoram Chief Minister wants to do something. The stakeholders has to cooperate. So it is possible, realistically, within 10 years. Which is not even they are not able to change the UGC pattern for past 6 years. How it is possible to change 60,000 colleges in the country? You have to think about realistically. That is the idea is very good, but approachability and the system practicability has to be thought. It's not going to be an argument platform. It is only new education policy. Our views has to be submitted to the government. So this is what actually I think. Liberal arts actually, this is one actually concept. If we just see here, they are talking about the committee new education policy document. They are developing a big document for 2 years they worked and they are developed. Where is the skill-based education opportunity has been created to students? From the level of graduation, UG and PG, they are talking about the skill-based education. And they are given very narrow opportunities. When the skill-based education has to be developed, it is to be coming from the liberal arts model. That is from the upper primary, secondary education system. The student has to get an idea. For example, the student, when he is studying, you should be thought of studying any subject, not the mathematics background or physics background or biology background. Any subject of his choice choice can be studied. This is what liberal arts is. Then the student's creativity will be changed. And this is what actually the student can choose any subject. This is what. This liberal arts model education is not been thought about that. And the choice-based credit system is been implemented in many colleges and universities. How it has been run, everybody knows. All of you knows that, how choice-based credit system is being run. Is really going to be choice-based credit system is being run in our system? And the student actually, in all the institutions, this is going to happen. Only few private institutions are implementing this little bit. But the student of arts can go to science and can go to engineering. That kind of system is being implemented here. And he can choose any subject from the different subjects actually is being implemented. No, we are not giving scope. In our department itself, the faculty members who are working in our department, they are not ready to teach other subjects which they like, which they cannot. How many people can say that 100% that I can go and teach the other subjects? We cannot teach. I know several instances where my colleagues actually teaching the same paper for 50 years. And the same material, book material, they will bring and talk in the classroom. They are not ready to go for different systems. This is what. The CBSE system actually, the system is not really up to the mark. This is what. And there are many issues. I agree with possibilities, taking it as challenge, doing it as challenge is different, and implementation is different. I say when I just joined in this university, somebody asked me a question when I spoke like this. We are talking that university, to make the university as number one in the country, how you make this number one in the university data. What I told you immediately that this is my dream, this is my determination, this is my gene. So we have to, and whether it is possible or not, that is actually left for our implementation. The same thing applies to the central government in education policy also. The government has expected certain things to be done. Whether it is possible or not, that will be in implementation it is possible. Possible or not, it will be shown. This is what I was telling. Even now, last month also, I saw that the UGC is going to be revamped and changed as a new name. But how long you can take it now, 2019, July we are talking now, how long it will take the total revamping of, after 6 years also the same thing is going on. You can just verify how long it will take. It's not that easy to change the total revamping. And the people are habituated for 10 plus to pattern for almost 15 years. And we wanted to change into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 pattern suddenly. Is it really implementable? No, actually I am telling you, ideas are very good. Ideas are very good. I agree with you. Ideas are very good. I am not criticizing the ideas. I'm just not criticizing anyone. I am just talking about the practicality of the things. I am not talking about the criticism of the particular system. This is what. There should be some essential common subjects for everyone to find themselves in the liberal arts model. This is what actually. That is the system has to be developed. The children has to be brought into skill-based education and also the training at the primary level and secondary level if they want to become. There should be some common subjects for everyone. This is what the skill-based education. And the focus on policy, interactive and fun classrooms where questions are encouraged with creative, collaborative and explorative activities of deeper, more experienced learning. This is the model system has to be developed. Then only the children will become something innovative. I tell you one small example. I went to one university in Germany. The university where I was working has produced 45 Nobel laureates. 45 Nobel laureates, but in India, we claim only 2 Nobel laureates or 3 Nobel laureates when they work elsewhere abroad. We claim them as Indians. But the university where I worked, that is a seat of 45 Nobel laureates. So why this is the difference? What is the difference between them? How many are having this kind of thinking of innovativeness? This is what actually you ask. Where is the actual lacking? Where is the problem with the children? Where is the problem with the people? This has to be thought. So this is what actually we documenting development is not a big issue. But making the people to think about creativity, innovation and the ideas has to be calculated. How it is being possible? This is what. That is what I told. The focus, the draft policy said would be on interactive and fun classrooms. And whereas questions are encouraged with creative, collaborative and exploratory activity for deeper and more experiential learning. This is what new education policy says. But what is the reservation for me is how this environment is to be provided in each university or each college or each school, how facilities are going to be created. And I tell you, a small example, maybe Kanagara sir may not be accepting this, how it is possible and not. So, in a state government, they have to create laptops. I don't want to tell the state name. Lakhs of laptops which are being supplied by the state government by foreign tenders, which are actually, after 1 month to 2 months, they spoil. What is the kind of system you are doing here? 1 month, 2 months, all laptops are gone wrong. What is the problem? That is underrated and that is very bad kind of configuration systems are supplied by the state government. They will utilize several crores of money for supplying this. And LCD rooms, classrooms, digital classrooms. How many digital classrooms are working successfully in all the schools? How this kind of system is getting failed? The system is getting failed because there is no punishment system for the people who did wrong. This is what actually going on. The punishment system, corrupted people should be punished immediately. And the persons who should be removed from the service immediately, corrupted people. Then only the system will be get into that. How many people are been doing that? I am very happy. The government has given now one golden shake hand system to the present system, and we are going to discuss tomorrow in the EC also about that. Compulsory retirement scheme for the people, non-performing teachers. We are going to implement tomorrow that GO in our EC. So those who are, we are going to appoint a committee and we are going to see that who are not performing, we will remove them as per the government order. The government has started some initiatives, we have to agree for that. But this has to be thought. Non-performing teachers, without doing justice for their service, how long it has to be continued? And it is very, very important that people should understand the vision of education system, new education policy has to be such a way it has to be implemented. And our suggestion is, instead of revamping 10+2+3 pattern to 5+3+3+4, the existing system can be also changed with the new education policy guidelines. Instead of going total revamping of everything of 10+2+3 to 5+3+3+4. Even then there will be some problems in this system also. Instead of changing total revamping, the system can be thought of some kind of new education policy issues into this one. This is what I think. The committee also has recommended system of modular board examination. We are experiencing such an issue even in Central University also. To change from one pattern to the other pattern, we are facing a lot of difficulties and criticism from the colleges and universities. You are going to have this kind of modular system to be implemented in all states, in all colleges and all institutions. Modular. It should be in a phased manner. The institutions has to be graded. A-grade institutions, A-grade cities, B-grade cities, C-grade cities and D-grade rural areas. Graded manner, the institution has to be taken up. And the institutions which can immediately absorb the kind of system change, that has to be identified. And in a graded manner, it should go to the level of to the rural people. There is no even transport facility to some of the colleges and villages where people cannot go and travel. You are going to have this kind of modular examination system, and this kind of system is possible in the rural areas. It's impossible. Even after so many years of independence, we are not able to provide the minimum facilities for training to the people here, Northeast India. How it is possible to change totally revamp? It should be in a graded manner. That is A-grade institutions, A-grade area institutions, B-grade, C-grade, D-grade. That can be alternative mechanism. So many are there, but I'm not going to discuss. Kankaraj sir will bombard me. Early child care system education has to be developed. This is what actually, that is a very good concept by the new education policy. What gets classified is the early child care system actually has to be dedicated for the building up on the play, discovery and activity-based pedagogical and curricular study of foundation stage, but also gradually beginning to incorporate textbooks as well as aspects of more common concepts. This is one actually practicality I am talking. My children, when he is studying in the school, I wanted that one of my friends who came recently, some of you might have seen also on AIMS Raipur Medical College, Professor came here for practical examination. His son has completed +2 at the age of 12 years. He wants to get his son to be completed everything by 12. Most of the parents, they wanted their children to grow to an extent that he should be a competitive manner with, more than what he was expected to do. This is the kind of attitude of the parents that my children will actually like this. This is the kind of what they are suggesting in the play school, which education has to be implemented. And slowly for a 3 years period, and after that the bookish system has to be implemented. This is going to be a practicality. How many parents are going to accept this one? They would prefer a private school system. We will get immediately Oxford system here, Cambridge system here in Mizoram, and in any other place, no? Oxford or UK education system, or American education system, school and private school will come into our system. And it is also, I am telling you, even though our university is there, even though our university is there, people will go for private university. They have some flexibilities there. Here it is not there. This is what actually the system, and American system is very important that they have the same system. And even in the private school or government school, they have to follow the same system. This is what actually has to be made into a particular rule. This is what actually. And the aim of the stage at that this groundwork across subjects including reading, writing, speaking, physical education, arts, languages, science and mathematics at this stage. At the second stage, in the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system. The middle stage will compare 3 years of education, building on the more formal pedagogy and curricular style of the elementary stage, but will see the introduction of subject teachers, learning, discussion of the more abstract concept. How many teachers are tuned for this kind of things? And no teacher in school is ready to change his attitude. I am telling you, no teacher, you can take it granted. 100% of the teachers are not tuned for this kind of thing. They are recruited like that. The second stage will comprise 4 years of multidisciplinary study and will build on the subject-oriented pedagogy and curricular style in the middle stage, but what greater depth, greater critical thinking, greater attention to the life aspirations and greater flexibility and student choice. This is what actually practically is going to be a possibility. The colleges have already been accredited, shall be given appropriate graded autonomy. So they are asking for graded autonomy. Graded autonomy means they say only it is graded, it is graded or it is accredited or not. They don't give any grading like A, B, C, D like that. Whether it is graded or not, accredited, not accredited. That is the function in America or the European system. But that is actually, when the system of assessment is going on in a systematic, transparent way, you can say that institution is graded, accredited or non-accredited. Or in a system like us, they are comparing the university which is in tribal area in the northeast extreme region with the Delhi University. This is the kind of system we have. What is the education system we have here? What is the available children's condition here? What is the education condition in Delhi? What is the condition in Bombay? Nobody thinks about that. This is what actually system is going on. And new education policy is not been covering this aspect. Setting up a high quality and high integrated ecosystem for adequate number of articulated intelligence shall be the most urgent task of accreditation agencies. And availability of accreditation related information in the public domain is the source of information for all the institutions. Many institutions, they don't have public websites. They are not ready to display. And they are not even having teachers. The professional standard setting bodies, How many professional standard setting bodies are actually implementing their professional standard setting conditions in a proper way? They are not doing. In one of the institutions, in the first institution, actually, each member of the inspection team, they asked for 5 lakhs rupees as a bribe for giving the permission to that. In one of the institutions I know. How many professionals regulated bodies are really being transparent? This is what actually a big system. We are depending on the system where people are actually, all our stakeholders are actually not being transparent. This is what has to be thought. And they say that all institutions in the country has to be accredited by 2030. And that should be removed. And it should be given to all private bodies to go for assessment. This is what actually been recommended in the new education policy. That should be removed. So it should be given to private bodies. New education policy has given that kind of thing. So is it possible to do that? Private people they take money and give. Even the NAC administrators also taking money and giving grading system. It is a big corrupt organization. NAC is a big corrupt organization in the country. It has been, even after so many changes, even after the system of new DVB verification system also, the NAC people has been violating the system and that becoming corrupted people. Even in this system also. The very confidential aspects of benchmarks and everything they know, and they will be communicating and selling to the institutions and benchmarks. If you have this kind of 60% of the particular information, you will be getting a grade like that. The benchmarks are being leaked by the NAC people. Even at this confidential system also. And such a critical care has been taken for NAC also, it is going to be a corrupt organization. How it is going to be when you give it to private organizations? This is what. Establishing new higher education institutions should be made as systematic. It is what actually, and this system should be thoroughly checked and implemented. I am telling you. Practicalities. In one of the institutions, new education institution, and a team goes, and whether the building is there or not, whether the staff is there or not, they will give that all facilities are available. And the institution is coming up. Our Mizoram University is not having that system. It's a very transparent system. I am very happy about that. But I am telling about some other states where nothing is there. They have given institutions, and in one institution, 5 institutions are given permission. In one building, 5 institutions are given permission. This is how it is possible. The system has to be thoroughly address various issues. I don't want to talk about so many issues are there. I downloaded and added 10 pages. I give this to our people who are writing the report, and they can go through this and they can make use of this for report preparation. And thank you very much. And now, if you want to ask anything, what I am speaking, what I just spoke now, if you have any comments, if you have observations, you can talk now. No issue.
Thank you very much for your enlightening speech, and thank you for highlighting some very important issues and vision of the policy on school education. Since the document is a very big document, today we are planning to focus our discussion on higher education only. So we are not planning to cover school education. So we are happy that you have highlighted some important issues on school education also. And my request to you, sir, is that whatever inputs you have, please give us so that we can include all these in our write-ups to be sent to
I have given the statements of new education policy and my comments also are given.
Okay.
So for every point I have given my comments.
Okay, now I request Dr. Azam Sama, Assistant Director, UGC Mizoram University, to propose vote of thanks.
Maybe I think some discussion now, it is better.
answer later.
Huh?
I am not fully agreeing with you. That's clear. That's
So
all.
you can talk now.
No, we will talk later.
So one thing you have to understand, everyone. Blindly, I am not agreeing, I am agreeing is not correct. Why you are not agreeing? What is the evidence? It is not the case of, you have to give an exemplary evidences for our arguments. This is what I request everyone. So we said, I don't agree, I agree, it's not applicable. You can say, whatever you want to, you can, you let everyone listen. Let everyone listen your statement. You can have discussion by 5-10 minutes, no? Because I don't be participating in your discussion afterwards. So I will be going away. So I am very happy to listen to the state arguments, discussions here. So you can start from here your statement, and others also can contribute. So at least I can participate for some extent in discussion part. Afterwards you can continue again. I am very happy to listen to everyone, even Kankara sir also. Because the viewpoint will be different from one person to another person.
Let's hope that you will have a good discussion in the afternoon for discussion. Well, respected Chairperson, Professor Dalma Said, Director of the HRDC, Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is our Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is, I guess, is the guest of honor, respected Deans of Schools, respected heads of departments, and my other respected colleagues. Yes, I have to propose a lot of thanks. And since as we are running behind time, the time schedule, I will try to make it very, very short. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the concerned authorities for making the HRDC to host this program. You know, indeed it is a great privilege for us to be the chosen one to organize this special program. Secondly, I would like to thank our Chief Guest and Guest of Honor, our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Co-Vice Chancellor, all the Deans of Schools and Head of Departments for making yourself available to participate in this program amidst your busy schedule. Lastly, I would like to appreciate the services rendered by the staff and faculty of the HRDC to have this program organized today. You know, we were informed to organize this program with a short notice, but then we had an emergency, kind of emergency meeting, and then I think it was the day before that we would have this program finalized. So still then, under the supervision of our respected director, review director, and my colleagues in the HRDC, I feel very happy that we could come to this day, and I really appreciate the works they have been doing. And to all the people involved in trying to make this program come true, your hard work and services are highly appreciated. Thank you all.